I am here in the building. Hold on, let me see. Let's see.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Oh, these niggas, man.
Let's go. 19.
A give left side. Here's A-Chain.
That's me.
But he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there. 52 yards.
Well, that didn't take long.
Oh, my God.
This one nearly goes the distance, and now, what a start. You're barely on the field, and you're already set up first and goal.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll run A-Chain. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
Off the play fake. Potts. Now a run here off the RPO. Keep it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A-Chain. Only a yard left 10. So now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
That's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Tigers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Come on. 65, Buffalo 18.
He'll drop to throw. Rush coming in, he's taken down. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. We'll shift things around.
19
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. His first throw of the game, but intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Pass. Oh, as hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Look at this defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And a completion to Wilson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on it.
He is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle. I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes when we call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. The quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
first down. Crawford. And every tackle at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Let's go now. 19, let's make 19. 65, 19.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here to the tight end. Yeah, he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give them 10, 12, 15 yards, do the catch.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Tigers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. An extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good. And they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try to get back in this game?
That's blown down the field by London. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
79 Broncos. 18, 5 clear.
Now back to throw. Guys, man, complete over the middle. It's Thornton. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down. Now an audible here into something else. Here's 2nd and 8. And now thrown incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forcing incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran up in the field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll set up a throw.
Pussy! Let's get it!
And they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Sack. Go.
A run straight away. And he went nowhere. He went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 12.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the 2nd quarter. Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, and drop to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders so far.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1.
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw. Pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Tigers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both? Yeah. I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here. Because now you're getting 3 scores. I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, I feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I've overused that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's when they could be facing the next time.
Oh, shit.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, Jockey Field. Here's what I said in your head. When you put the ball in the air, three things can happen, and two of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Pass. Bust through the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now HN on 1st and 10. And tough slide. Again, maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Potts. And he's going to go down. He'll get Jordan back at the 40. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. From the gun on 3rd down. Potts over the middle of the traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Great rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for a yard loss.
You know I gotta do this, man. I'm playing
And
online.
we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
I forgot when I'm playing online, I gotta do this.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun. Potts. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
HN gets it from the goal. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he's got his man strike complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. As we go a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Tigers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdown passes, you're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Oh, shit.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Good. Bro, what are y'all doing, yo?
Inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Gain of 36 yards. And the Brooklyn first down.
Alright, Slim. Alright, Slim.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 16 more
okay.
and another 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They're motioning left. That's Pittman. Back to throw now on 1st down. And quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Come on.
Again, they'll drop to throw. The RPO will keep it himself. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. In motion left, that's Thornton. Back to throw again. In trouble, he'll go down back at the 12. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the Hams team. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolute start for putting somebody put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dante Thornton, 32 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The fuck?
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there and were unsuccessful.
Visitors 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that will not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime.
It's caught inside the 25. And a huge play that time. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun is a big A-chain. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a game just one.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game has been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. This is 2nd and 8. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, that shit was slow as hell, boy.
They're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. One more time with A-Chain. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Devon A-Chain, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Tigers are able to stretch out their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Visitors 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. We'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin to drive at the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time.
Bro, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time.
You motherfucker.
That big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with the 1st and 10. And they can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Hadn't been a quarterback yet. They didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Ocean. It is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Mexico City, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Crawford. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 5. Going to give you Greer here. And he stopped immediately there. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Potts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run out and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And they work this well outfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
This shit ain't over.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw.
It sort of looks like they still have some funding now on this series because it seems like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, it comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Looking to throw. He'll try to do this himself. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
19 Lions. 7 Pirates.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will take it in for a touchdown.
Dumbass football.
13 yards out. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Visitors 29.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there playing keep away.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Tigers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. The extra point forthcoming. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
It's the score. Our home team 45. Visitors 29.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he'll get hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out with some dispatch because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they're automatically bringing pressure.
And they brought the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the left side. Crawford. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really eliminate it. Not cool.
There it goes, a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down,
Ah, should have
well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. And his kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, Sidney. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insignificant the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news now. This one is getting close to being over, and they're trying to get the reset button starting to run.
Shamar Stewart has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes, you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. A carry for Greer. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the ball.
And they got coverage, and it's intercepted. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Damn.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against you.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
19 tight.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
This nigga Thornton, man, is a thorn in my ass.
Take him down. 27 yards there. First down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And what a big-time play there. 46 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Come on. Cowboy 80.
They're going to look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about
for second down.
Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
I'm right.
Touchdown. Drake London, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, Dragon 60. Scoop.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they look for the two, they don't get it. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Hams team does its job. They're able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Tigers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense
51 big as shit, man.
coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
This motherfucker be knocking over my player like it ain't nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew he was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a Scotia credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready? Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Picked up by Trey Amos. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keeps the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario, right?
He didn't want to get Hey. Hey. He said, hell nah, he been on his ass all game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He was waving the hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Set the line. Go.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. And go on the Bucks is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
60 average. 60 average.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
18 regular, 18 regular leading. 19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll look to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Mike, what time?
Hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more insult to injury here late in the game. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
So it's a win for the home side, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, we really saw a quarterback at the top of his game, didn't we? That was a masterful performance. 5 touchdown passes, and I'll let you know a little secret, partner. I think it could have been more.
So for Mexico City, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We identified the passing yard. Rilo, shut up. He driving.